something we hope you'll really like.
I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis, and the happy times are coming to stay. I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants, and the feeling's like a sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis, and everything is going my way.
Welcome back to the show. I'm delighted to have Jonah Falcon on the show. Jonah is my hero, and I think most men's heroes. He happens to have the world's longest and largest penis. Jonah, welcome to the show.
Hey there.
I'm really glad to have you on. Tell me, Jonah, how large is your penis?
Soft, it's 8 to 9 inches, depending on the weather. When fully hard, it's 13 and a half. Call it longer than my forearm, thicker than my wrist.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
Wow.
I think you just became my personal hero.
I imagine that's a record. Is there anyone larger than that you know of?
Possibly, but they've never gotten measured on camera.
Is it true what they say about the way you people are gifted? Oh, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
I think I'll put you together with an associate of mine, Fred Claridge. He's head of the Certified Senior Guidance Association. It might be cheating, but if you put the two of you together, I think we can make 14 inches. Jonah, when did you discover...
That actually reminds me of a documentary that I've appeared in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a documentary by Patrick Moot. He's an actor, and it's called Unhung Hero. When his girlfriend dumped him, and one of the reasons she listed why she dumped him was that his penis was too small.
What are we gonna do? We got a big problem.
So he went on a little self-search, going around the world and investigating it. And I appear late in the film, sort of giving him advice.
Should I tell people that I am good at sex?
That's terrific. Tell me, Jonah, do you have trouble with girls, or do they like it? I would imagine they would love it.
Yeah, because I don't try to put it all in.
I don't want it in my body. Do you understand me? I don't want it in my body.
The thing is that I'm also, like I said, thicker than my wrist, and I use that more than I do the length.
You mean it's actually thicker than your wrist?
Yeah, it's actually thick. When I looked at it, I can't believe it, but then, I grabbed both. I said, oh, it must be.
Do you use this to make any money? I mean, it's quite a sight.
Yeah,
but
I could have had class.
Yeah, but not an adult. Mostly in terms of just being the kind of guy I am, and being frank about it. I feel that the fact that I don't show it off on camera much. I mean,
excuse me while I whip this out.
I've been nude on camera before, especially in England and Germany where they're allowed to show that.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's more the mystique that I'm selling, and so I just try to hide it as much as possible until, it's sort of like, waiting for the right moment to do something like that.
Ah, I see you have the machine that goes ding!
What is your sexual preference? I mean, what do you really enjoy?
It's funny. I'm very oral. I love kissing, making out, using my mouth a lot.
Well, that's good. Of course, that's not using your... Can you kiss yourself?
Yeah. I used to.
I just want to eat you up.
Don't anymore because upper back, it's not as fun as someone else doing it for me.
Yeah, listen, I'm in a bar downtown. I'd like to report a guy, he's blowing himself in here.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah, he's blowing himself. I mean, some dude was here having a few beers, and suddenly he just whips this thing out and starts blowing himself.
No, I imagine not, but I think every man would if they could.
Yeah, but, it actually gets old quickly. Not
imagine.
Quickly, but, like I said, masturbating by yourself is fine, but it's even better when someone else gives you a hand job, basically.
I would say so. I think it would probably take 2 or 3 hands to get around that.
3 hands fit. Yeah.
Now, when you meet a girl and you go out with her, and before anything happens, do you warn her, or is this just a total surprise?
They usually know already.
I suppose we have to register you as a lethal weapon.
I imagine so.
Even if they haven't been told, sometimes it's by the way I carry myself.
What, do you wear tight pants?
Your balls are showing.
No, I just, the way my personality, it's, they say they knew because I was so self-assured. Granted, they didn't anticipate the scale.
I don't go to the gym. I'm just naturally like this.
But
I read somewhere that not too long ago you had an incident with the TSA at the San Francisco airport.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about that?
Well, I was wearing jeans, and it was going down the left side of my leg, and when I did the full body scanner, the thing that shows you virtually nude on screen, they thought it might be some kind of growth.
Tell you the truth, this guy's starting to get on my nerves.
So I was honest. And really, nothing bad happened. It wasn't like it was less than 5 minutes that I was held up, but it blew up. And just people don't like the TSA, so something like that will get a lot of press.
Well, it's kind of an interesting thing, anyway. Is your family, your father, or any brothers, as endowed as you?
No brothers. I didn't know my father, but I know that in my family I'm unique. I'm the only one who's like this.
I think you certainly must be. Are you tall? How tall are you, Jonah?
I'm just 5'9".
So you're 5'9" with a 13.5-inch schlong.
Yeah, being 8 to 9 inches soft is enough anyway.
I imagine. Do you have to strap it to your leg when you put on pants? Or?
I just put it off to the left.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left.
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I put my wallet in my left pocket, so it's sort of like an obscuring.
Well, that makes sense. I saw a photo of you wearing, bicycle shorts.
Yeah, that's when I'm explicitly showing off.
I have something in my pocket that belongs across my face. I keep it in a most convenient place. I'm sure you wouldn't guess it if you guessed along a while. So take it out.
I think it's terrific. What do you do for work? Are you an actor? I understand.
I'm an actor. I'm a writer. Right now I get paid for being a writer. I also bartend, done clerical work, that sort of thing.
You could probably clean the bar with your thing. Just put a little mop on the end.
I prefer to use a dish rag, thank you very much.
Are you straight or bi, or what
I'm
are your
bi.
preferences?
I'm bi. I found that most guys at near my scale, 10 and up, tend to be bi.
Do you ever hang around the gymnasium?
Mm-hmm.
Simply because they're always asked about it when they're younger, like when they're a teenager, about it with other guys. So they're very comfortable with other guys.
Well, that makes sense.
Well,
I imagine if you go to a public restroom at a urinal, that might be a little...
Oh, no, I never use a urinal. I always go into a stall.
Okay. And do you prefer men to women or women to men? What is your preference?
Women mostly.
Well, I don't blame you there. And I'm trying to think what else to ask you. It's just you're an amazing person.
Thank you.
When you first how old were you when you first noticed that you were maybe a little
10 years
different?
Old. I was 8 inches at the time. I was just measuring myself on a lark.
And how old were you then?
10.
10 years old.
Yeah. I was starting to enter puberty then, too, because I started getting a mustache.
Really? I bet all the soccer moms must have loved you.
What?
I bet all the soccer moms loved you.
I wouldn't know about that. I went to a boarding school. The only reason why I measured myself was because I was starting to grow a mustache and I was reading books and stuff like that, so I just got curious. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. It wasn't only until later that I realized that, I was special.
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
If you're out at a club or someplace, the people try to grab you?
If they've heard of me, they sort of shyly ask me if I'm in a good mood, I'll whip it out for them.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I don't blame you. I would too, if I could. Have you done any adult entertainment or films or anything like that?
There was no way I was going to walk around this place with my dork hanging out.
No, I've conspicuously avoided that. For one thing, I can't really perform in front of others, and for another thing, like I said, if I showed it all the time, it would be less impressive.
Well, I think it's certainly an impressive number. Jonah, I can't thank you enough for being on my show, and you were a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonah. Have a great day.